Todd Emanuele focuses his sports segment on Derek Jeter. Mother Nature gloats about her perfect forecast last week and what to expect this week with the weather. Abby Payton welcomes Madison Bistro to the show. Ben and Tim become professional Kool-Aid taste testers. I sit down with Shanna, the winner from Wheel of Fortune, and talk about how she was picked to be on the show. This past weekend, alumni from Oneida High School were inducted into the Wall of Distinction. Good evening, everyone. I'm Adam Vanderhoof, and this is Oneida News. Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Oneida News Episode 2. Best episode by far. Local companies, local restaurants, the whole shebang. We start tonight's episode off with Abby Payton with Madison Bistro.
Hi everyone, and welcome to our featured restaurant of the week. I'm Abby Payton, and this week we have Victor Ramirez with us with Madison Bistro. Victor, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So what are we making?
We're doing a Cuban sandwich.
So what involves a Cuban sandwich?
Well, we're starting off with a fresh ciabatta roll, deli mustard, sweet pickles, Swiss cheese, local farm-raised ham, and our finest local farm-raised pulled pork.
All right, so how does one go about making a Cuban sandwich for Madison Bistro?
Well, first we start off with the ciabatta roll, and we'll take some of the deli mustard, placing that right on top, adding the Swiss pickles, and then on the bottom we'll add our Swiss cheese, local farm-raised ham, and of course, the pulled pork.
It smells amazing already. All right, well, Victor, thank you for coming in today. We really enjoyed having you on our show.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Now, am I allowed?
Absolutely.
Can I have one big taste of this sandwich? It looks amazing. Okay, here we go.
This is Oneida News.
Thank you, Abby. My only question is it Jenny Craig certified? If not, good, I'll eat it. It must actually taste good. Next up, Mother Nature is happy as a clam right now. She called it. Last week, her weather forecast was perfect. This is round 2 for her. Mother Nature, what do you got?
Temperatures are going to remain in the 70s this week. Small chance of rain on Tuesday. Good chance of thunderstorms on Friday. One word to describe this weekend, chilly. Temperature Saturday, low 60s. Sunday doesn't even make it to 60. Sunday morning, you're going to see temperatures in the 40s. So you might want to put that comforter on your bed this weekend. This has been your Mother Nature Weather Report. I'm Megan Vanderhoof.
A little bit cooler this week, but we live in New York, people. That's what the weather is usually like anyway. Last week was just unheard of, so this week, a little bit cooler, not too bad. It's perfect temperatures to go apple picking or something. Todd Emanuele this week talks about Derek Jeter. And if you watch, at the end of his segment, I think he's crying. I think he's crying at the end. So here is Todd Emanuele talking about Derek Jeter.
Thanks, Adam. Wanted to focus this week on Derek Jeter, the Yankee captain. Just finished up his illustrious career at Fenway Park. Played his last game on Thursday night in Yankee Stadium, and what a sight that was. What a legend Derek Jeter is in our time. People that are in their mid-20s don't know anybody different that ever played shortstop for the New York Yankees. He's one that will go down in history as not just one of the best players of all time, but one of the greatest guys of all time, and he deserves everything he gets. Derek Jeter, the way he walked off against Baltimore in his final game with a base hit to right field, the way he always hit the ball, that inside-out swing, winning the game in his final at-bat at Yankee Stadium, just a storybook ending to a storybook career for one of the Yankee all-time greats. So I wanted to pay tribute to the captain, number 2, Derek Jeter. We'll never forget him, and it'll be hard to replace him, and it's just not going to be the same anymore. Michael Kay said it best from the Yes Network when Jeter walked down the tunnel for the final time after the game the other night. He said, a lot of childhood doors just closed, along with Derek Jeter. Back to you, Adam.
Yeah. Go back really quickly.
A lot of childhood doors just closed, along with Derek Jeter. Back to you, Adam.
Yep. He was crying. Todd, it's okay. I know you are a big fan of Derek Jeter, but hold it together, buddy. I'll be there if you need me. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we have more Oneida news. Tired of trying to figure out all of the new tax laws and deductions by yourself? Let By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Tax Service help. We specialize in small business bookkeeping and payroll, quarterly reports and audits, individual and business tax preparation, FAFSA preparation, and more. Visit us at NewYorkTaxLady.com or call 363-5583. You can also find us on Facebook. Oneida Service Center, located on Lenox Ave, is the place to go for car care. They do oil changes at a great price. From brakes to New York State inspections, wheel alignments, suspension, custom exhaust, and more. How about that check engine light? Take it to them and they will solve the problem. Call 363-0008.
3, 2, 1, begin.
Orange.
Correct.
Yeah. Grape.
Correct.
You can't do that. You smelled it. I was grape. There it is. Grape. I knew it.
1 to 1.
Blue Frost.
Nope.
Watermelon.
Correct.
What? I don't know. I was just so anxious.
You can smell it.
Oh. I want to have tropical punch.
Correct with tropical punch.
It's so strong though. Blue Frost.
Correct.
I was just about to say that. Blueberry. It's blueberry frost.
It is now 2,
It is 2 to 3. Tim could be having a comeback.
Black cherry.
Correct.
Oh, have we already done black cherry? No.
3, 2, 1, begin.
Coffee.
Yes.
Tim wins!
Let's go. That's all great. That was the. I'm gonna throw up.
The most important thing we have in life is family.
Families change, and sometimes there is strife, but in the end, we would do anything for family.
Why not give your family the ultimate gift?
A Trust 100 funeral pre-arrangement with our family-owned and operated funeral home. We can help put your family at ease when a death occurs.
Do it today for your family. Give us a call at 363-2978. Ironside Funeral Home.
A buyer of gold and silver coins and jewelry would like to buy your old coin collections and paper money. We have collectors and investors across the country looking for gold coins, old silver dollars, half dollars, quarters, dimes, buffalo nickels, Indian head and wheat pennies, and old paper money. We are also paying top dollar for your old stamp collections, baseball and football cards, and old foreign coins. If it's collectible, we want it. In Sherrill, call 280-0435. In New Hartford, 982-9088.
Visit our store, we'll pay you more.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Oneida News. This past weekend, alumni from Oneida High School were inducted into the Wall of Distinction. Check this video out of some of the interviews from the inductees and what they are most appreciative for. Father, what would you say the most important thing about tonight would be? What were you most appreciative about?
Appreciative about the gift of having been a part of Oneida High School, of the people that were part, of the wonderful, dedicated teachers, of the example and friendships that all those formed and informed who we all are.
I was appreciative being in the company of all these people who have achieved. I felt like I'm here with them. They were really great, and I think that the community needs to know what people are doing for them because sometimes they don't recognize it.
Well, I appreciate it for my children nominating me for the Wall of Distinction. I'm also appreciated for the education I received here in Oneida. They gave me the foundation, and they gave me the belief to follow my dreams. My dream was always to be a firefighter, and the teachers up here told me to work hard. They worked hard to make me understand what was going on in the world, and if that was my dream, to follow it and let nobody put me down or do it.
Well, first of all, connecting with friends. When you have friends that have been your friends for over 60 years, it's something special in that. Not too many people get that kind of an opportunity. And I was just honored that so many of them came to be at the festivities tonight, but also like Bob Halder, one of my buddies in high school, Irwin and Smith, another Smith.
Right.
And so, I mean, this is like coming home for me.
From retired teachers to current teachers, Oneida teacher Shanna was on the Wheel of Fortune a few weeks ago, and we have her on the show this week. We talked to her all about being on the show, what it was like, but also she had to play her own round of Wheel of Fortune on Oneida News.
Z, X, Y, T,
And a vowel.
U.
All right, 10 seconds on the clock. In 3, 2, 1.
Is it I Love Oneida News?
Yes! Yes! You were a teacher!
How much money did you win on the Wheel of Fortune?
$13,500.
Walk us through it. So, from the way beginning on how you even got involved with Wheel of Fortune to now sitting here on our show.
So I saw an advertisement that the Wheelmobile was going to be in Cicero, New York. So I was like, hey, Mom, let's go see what that's all about. I have no idea what's going to happen, but we'll try it out. So we went, and you had to put your name in a tumbler 3 times throughout the day. It was started at 1 o'clock, ended at 5. They kept calling people at 5 at a time, and they would take your headshot. They would then interview you quickly on stage, and then you would have to play a quick round. I didn't go on until July of this year, July 23rd.
You get to the studio, go through hair and makeup, I'm sure. You're finally on. Was there a big audience there watching?
Huge audience. It was a rush. I was nervous because it was anybody's game at this point, and they're very particular of how you spin the wheel. So I'm more worried about making sure I spin the wheel correctly because they'll stop the taping and throw you off the stage and put a replacement on. So
you won. Out of the 3 people, you won and you got to go to the final round.
Yep.
What is going on then? I mean, now you've made it through already enough stress, being in front of everyone watching, and then everyone wants to know if you're going to win the big money. Pat Sajak grabs your hand, I'm sure. He always does. And he brings you on down to the final round. Talk to us about that.
Well, right beforehand, I mean, you're constantly being pulled off the stage, and like that's your commercial break, so you're getting water thrown at you. You have to practice the wheel ahead of time. You only practice the big wheel. You don't practice the little wheel. So whoever ends up actually winning and getting to the bonus round, which was me, has to go and practice spinning the small wheel, which is harder to do than the actual big wheel. And so they have you practicing and then looking in the audience to find your significant other. So they ask you to practice like, oh, who's out in the audience? Sure. So I have to do that. And then they ask if Pat can hold your hand while you go to the thing. So I'm just like, oh gosh, I don't know what kind of puzzle it's going to be. Is it going to be with the theme? Is it not going to be with the theme? And what vowels am I going to do? What's going to be my go-to vowel? What's going to be my 3 consonants? So I'm trying to like gameplay it out. And the thing was Jazz Festival. I right away saw festival. And then I said, let me do the O, and maybe it'll be food festival because it was a 4-letter word. And so I was just strategically trying to play it out. Wasn't thinking Z's. Wasn't thinking it would be another A. I wanted to like leave the A's alone, so I had an extra vowel to play with. And of course, it was Jazz Festival, and I didn't have the beginning. I had Joke Festival. That was as close as I got.
So you're back home now. Have people come up to you and recognize you from the show?
Yes, there's been a couple of people. I was in Wegmans the other day, and someone did a double take, and they were like, I think you were on TV. And I was like, yeah, I was on TV.
You were on the wheel. You know, not a big deal.
Yeah.
So you're a teacher right here in Oneida, which is one of the coolest parts. And I'm sure the students were really happy to see you on TV. And I'm sure they all watched.
Oh, yeah. Tons of them watched. I did a little shout out to them. So they were very excited about that. Because you're not allowed to do shout outs, but I squeezed it in because I knew I was going to make it the reading theme this year. And I really wanted to inspire the kids. So I'm hoping that everyone wants to read them a little bit more now.
And congratulations again, Shanna. That's unbelievable. And it's such an accomplishment and something you'll never forget that you were on the Wheel of Fortune. You had all of Oneida watching and all of America watching you. So congratulations. I hope you spend that money wisely, like donating it to Oneida News. I'd like to thank all of you for watching our show this week. Make sure to like and share this episode for great prizes. Listen, I'm Adam Vanderhoof, and this is Oneida News. Grab your glasses, people.
I can't find it.
Grab your glass. Let's go.
Wait.
On your mark.
Adam, stop. You're so... I said I can't find it.
Find what? Hey, Mom! What's Jenny Craig?
I literally feel sick right now. I got it on my mouth.
It's not as bad on this. I can see all your pores, though.